Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, this is my first time doing a show. Welcome to the Chad Prather Show, by the way. My name is David Medina. I am Chad's producer. I'm actually for the first time coming to you as a gubernatorial candidate. Yes, I am running for governor in my home state of Oregon because I've had enough. I've had enough of seeing the political elite have their way. I'm talking on both sides. The uniparty have its way here in my state. Meanwhile, us Christians, conservatives, patriots, Republican voters suffer. Libertarians, non-affiliated voters, we sit here and we watch our government play politics. Meanwhile, we all suffer. And I said enough's enough, and I threw my hat in the ring. And I hope that you can support me. Again, David Medina and Chad's producer / gubernatorial candidate. Chad asked me to fill in today. I said I'd be honored to because I think that I think this is going to be a really good show. Actually, I know this is going to be a good show because I want to share what God is doing in my life because I think it's something you can apply to your life and things that are going on with you. And just stick around. We're going to look at top headlines as well. There was some breaking news this morning. The DOJ announced arrests with the people that interrupted the churchgoers in Minneapolis. You guys saw that yesterday with Don Lemon. I wonder if they're going to arrest Don Lemon. That's actually going to be kind of crazy if we see that. We could see that. We could see that by the end of the day because they've already arrested somebody and she was a school board member. And so we're going to go into that. No matter where you are in life, guys, people are going to label you all kinds of things. It's happening to me right now. It's almost like these people, excuse me. It's almost like these people that these political elite and the media and everybody, they didn't expect me to see this coming. They didn't expect me and my team to see what they were going to label us, how they were going to position themselves. And it's so obvious what is happening here. I mean, what they did to Trump in 2016 and 2024 and 2020, the way they labeled him, the reality TV star, the way they labeled him, all kinds of different names. They're doing the same thing to me here in Oregon. And you know what? I couldn't be more excited because I would like to believe that Trump's a Christian, a true Christian. I would like to believe that. I haven't really seen proof of that. I know he does believe in God, and I believe he will give his heart fully to Christ someday. I truly do believe that. But I have the Lord, man. My faith has been strong for years. I did walk away from the Lord in my 20s, and that was a whole different time in my life. I was a whole different person, and the Lord redeemed me and brought me out of that season. And I just couldn't be more at peace, couldn't be happier than where I am right now. They're smearing me all across the Oregon fake news media. They are smearing me about January 6th, and people are texting me and saying, man, how are you dealing with this? I'm like, brother, we saw this coming and God prepared me for a time such as this. And I'm wondering what in your life God is preparing you for. The trials you're going through, what is your Goliath? What is America's Goliath? We're going to get into all of that. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to show you the Psalm of the day, Psalm 22. Make sure you guys have your Bibles open to Psalm 22 because it fits so perfectly with what the Lord put on my heart this morning to share with you guys. And I just hope this episode encourages you. And I hope that when we all say goodbye today, you walk out of your room, you turn off your screen, you walk into the world with a renewed peace, with renewed strength, because that's what God wants you to have, man. If we listen, there's a reason why in the Bible several times it says to not rely on our own understanding, rely on the Lord. He sees all. He sees the bird's eye view of our life and of this world. And when you lean on your own understanding, your flesh, if I'm leaning on my own understanding right now, running for governor, putting myself out there, putting my reputation out there, I know what they're going to do. More smears are coming. We understand I understand the battle I'm in, guys. And if I'm leaning on my own understanding, man, it's going to be a lot tougher. It's going to be a lot tougher. But my hope and trust is in the Lord. And I'm telling you, the same peace he gave me 3 years ago under the political persecution when I walked into an open building and peacefully protested, they're calling me an insurrectionist. They're calling me a rioter. And it's actually crazy because the same media that are calling me that right now and the same Republican establishment that are pushing them to call me that, and because I don't think it's the Democrats that are pushing them to call me that, because right now I'm a threat to the Republican establishment. I think that the same people that are calling me that are the same media that allow the lawlessness to happen in Portland. I mean, last night, actual violent protesters tried pushing through police into Portland City Hall. We have video from that. The news has not, I don't think they've touched on it yet. They have not touched on it yet. A group of far left protesters, or I guess you call them rioters, tried pushing through police. They had to mace the people. Did you guys hear about that? People in Portland and Oregon, did you guys hear about that? No, because you're hearing about what David Medina did peacefully 3 years ago, walking into an open Capitol. They're saying, you stormed the Capitol, you broke into the Capitol. It's so funny because we're going to be releasing clips later on today. We had Channel 8 KGW, local NBC affiliate over yesterday. We recorded the whole thing. I asked her, did you do a deep dive of my time at the Salem Capitol in 2020? Did you do a deep dive of my time at the U.S. Capitol in 2020? And she could not answer. I go, did you know what door I entered? Did you know when I went into the Capitol? Have you done all of those investigative work? And she could not answer, folks. And I'm telling you, it shows how out of touch, but also how dishonest these people are, and that we are going to win. I'm going to win the primary. I truly believe that the Lord wills me to win the primary. I believe that. He could have other plans. I don't know. I just believe that we are going to win. The momentum, the energy we have, you guys should go see the comments on all of the social media. And that's what, I don't put my hope in comments or in people's opinions, whether they're good or bad. You shouldn't either. But I put my hope and trust in the Lord and what his plan, what his will is. But it is nice to see the fake news media, the NBC, CBS, ABC affiliates all over Portland getting tore up and ratioed to death in the comment section of almost every single post that they've posted about me online. The people see through it, man, and we're going to beat this establishment once and for all. That's what my campaign's about. I came into this campaign, and I will not have anything negative to say about my opponents as if they became governor. I think they're going to be great governor picks over the current governor. I mean, literally a 5-year-old child would be a better governor than our Tina Kotek here in Oregon. So, but I will tell you, I'm going to start exposing what's going on, because the same way that the Democrats have the people of Oregon under oppression and are holding them hostage, people are afraid to even support this campaign because they're afraid of losing their jobs, because they're labeling me a rioter, an insurrectionist. They're doing all the things, guys. We have to find our courage. But the same Democrats that are doing that, the same Republicans are doing the same thing, shutting me out of events, labeling me, having the media label me things so that people are afraid to support me, afraid to donate to me. And I'm just telling you, God's bigger than all of that, man. I'm so excited to see what's about to happen in Oregon and what God is about to do through this campaign. God is my defender. God should be your defender too today. God should be with you. He is with you. You should trust in him. And we're going to just talk about everything going on in the world today. And we're going to give you more courage, and we're going to read the Bible together. And it's going to be fun, man. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you guys are encouraged, man. So let's get into our sponsor real quick, Birch Gold. Birch Gold has just been a fantastic sponsors of the Chad Prather Show. Chad is traveling today, by the way. So Chad had me host. Again, my name is Dave Medina, his producer, also running for governor in Oregon. Primary election is May 19th. You have to register to vote and register as a Republican to be able to vote for me, people in Oregon. But Birch Gold, let me be blunt, guys. Gold is up around 40% this year. This is not speculation. That's reality. And if a portion of your savings isn't diversified into gold, you're missing the boat. Here's the facts. Inflation is still too high. The US dollar is still too weak. And the government debt is insurmountable. This is why central banks are flocking to gold. They're the ones driving up prices to record highs. But it's not too late to buy gold from Birch Gold Group, and get in the door now. Birch Gold will help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. You don't have to pay a dime out of your pocket. Just text Chad to 989898 to claim your free info kit. There's no obligation, just useful information. The best indicator of the future is the past, and gold has historically been a safe haven for millennia. What else can say that, guys? Text Chad to 989898 now to claim your free info kit on gold. That's Chad to 989898. Protect your future today with the amazing people over at Birch Gold. Huge supporters of the show. We love them to death. They love us. They love the Chad Prather Show, and they are continuing to support us into 2026. So thank you, Birch Gold Group. We love you guys. Man, I'm excited to talk to this guy today. That's going to be our co-host. He's someone that he's filled with more wisdom than he thinks. I think. I don't think he gives himself enough credit. He's Chad's sidekick, Chad's best friend, the guy that's been there for this show for Chad. And Party Foul Steve is joining us right now. Party Foul, how you doing?
And I just want to say I did some deep diving on your things that happened in Salem, Oregon. I did not know about that until today. And
what you got, Steve? Tell me.
Well, no, I just read an article where they're already jumping all over you about that, along with the January 6th thing.
Right. It's so crazy because I never went to any big protests like that. I've been active in politics for years, Steve, for years. I've been going to, protests, and I was always very careful because, I was raising my daughter at the time, and I was very careful where I took my daughter. I was very careful. I always made sure that my events, I've thrown dozens of rallies and events around Oregon when we were fighting COVID, the COVID tyranny. And a lot of you remember that are watching. I'll just tell you right now, I was really made sure that the events we went to were family friendly and there weren't any like crazies there. I'm talking either side. And it's so crazy that the two that I decided to go to around that time happened to be where I didn't break into the Salem Capitol. I didn't break into the U.S. Capitol. I was present. They're trying to make me guilty by association is what they're doing. And they think it's going to work. It hasn't worked since now. Have you guys seen the comments? Have you guys read the room? Right. And so, Steve, I'll just tell you that Salem one, the Salem Capitol was supposed to be I met there with the senator at the time, Senator Dallas Hurd. Met with him to have him come speak outside because we were actually protesting COVID. We were protesting the shutdowns and we were protesting the mask mandates and all of that stuff. So it was supposed to be a protest for our kids. And so I brought my daughter to that Salem Capitol, and then people on the right, I shouldn't say on the right, but people there, I mean, they are, far right, I guess you could say. I hate using that word. I'm not using that word because that's the left's language. But there was just aggressors that came there that showed up and started pushing in and started trying to get into the Capitol, because I will tell you too, that Capitol is the people's Capitol, and they were shutting us out of watching legislative sessions. That's against the Constitution. They were doing it in the name of health and safety. So I don't agree with breaking into places, especially even if it's against the Constitution. There's a system we can go through to sue and to fight through the courts. But we were there just to protest. And there were people that came. I don't agree with them. They came and they started pushing their way in. They started, some were macing cops. And I stood against that very day. It got really ugly. And as a community leader, someone that was kind of helping lead that peaceful protest that was there, I thought it was my duty to try to keep the peace. And as you can see in some of the footage, I put myself on the front line. And yes, I'm speaking with officers, but I'm also telling people to chill out. And it was scary, man. It was scary. There were people there that were really, people there that were bad actors. And they were there pushing up against the police. I never laid my hand on the police, never tried to force my way in. And so I think they would have charged me. I mean, they charged people that day, and I wasn't one of them. I was
going to say they didn't bring any charges on you. So
yeah, and they would have too. If they're going to bring charges on someone, it would have been me, right? And so there's a reason why they didn't bring charges. And so they're trying to smear me for that. And of course, we already went into the Capitol on January 6th. It's just evil, lies, deception. Meanwhile, Portland almost burned to the ground in 2020, and people got away with that. They were letting people off the hook on that. They were dropping cases left and right. The corrupt Portland DA at the time, and no one was held accountable for that. And businesses are still struggling and recovering from the 2020 riots here in Portland. And you still have things of what happened last night when they tried to storm City Hall. The good news is, Steve, is that people see through this. And if I didn't know this was coming, if I wasn't ready to fight this fight, I wouldn't have dropped my hat in the race. And honestly, if you look at it from the political sphere, right, the little small and political sphere here in Oregon, they think that works, but the people are tired of their out of control government, and they're tired of them using narratives like they're using against me to keep their power. And I'm just telling you, that's what my campaign's about. It's to break through those narratives. And we're not scared. We're not backing down, man. So what else did you find, Steve?
Yeah. Well, I had some questions because I wanted to know, what does it take to I know you're throwing your hat in the ring for governor, but you say that, but what is involved in getting your name on the ballot?
Yeah. I mean, you just fill out the paperwork, you pay the fee. Obviously you put what party you put what party you're running as, and it's just filling out paperwork, Steve.
Okay, so you don't have to have a certain number of signatures. You don't have to raise a certain amount of money or anything like that.
Nope. It is public. It is public. So yeah, no, you don't need to be anybody special. It's believe it or not, our government is still designed that anybody can come and throw their hat in anything. But I wasn't one of those, right? I'm not one of those, and they're going to chalk me up to an Instagram influencer and a YouTuber. Man, they call Trump the same stuff, reality TV star, all that stuff. It's not going to work. I'm telling you, this campaign is about cutting through the narrative. The people want their government back. I'm talking the people on all sides, Steve, not just Republicans, conservatives, but I'm talking Democrats too, and libertarians. They are tired of this political elite. And my campaign is about cutting through the narratives of the political elite on both sides. Unfortunately, I thought, a lot of these Republicans were, I still love them, and they're not my enemies. But it's game on, and they're already mobilizing their There are strategies against me. They did it in 2022 against people like Bridget Barton. They did it against a conservative, an outsider that was running here, someone I endorsed in 22. She was very popular, and they kept her out of events. They kept her off the debate stage, even though she qualified on all levels. I just want to talk to Oregon voters out there, Oregon Republican voters. Stop allowing the political elite to hold the party hostage and prop up one candidate every year that's going to lose, continue to lose, and not stand firm for your values. I am not here to fight with Republicans. I'm here to fight for you. I'm here to fight for the people. That's what it's about. And so I think we're going to win in May. I'm just so excited.
How many other candidates have put their feet on the ground at demonstrations or protests that went up against this? Were any of those other candidates out there while you were there?
No, they weren't. They weren't actually. They were voting with a lot of them were voting with the Democrats on a lot of these things. A lot of them were going along with the mask mandates. A lot of them were none of them were standing up. I don't believe anybody. I can't speak for all of them. And I'm not. My war is not against my opponents. My war is against the political machine. They are part of that political machine, but I'm not going to sit here and make this a me versus whatever. I'm going to let the people decide, but I'm going to tell the people the truth, Steve. And so, no, none of them were out there fighting this. None of them were out there on the grounds and they were afraid to show up to the protests because they're terrified. They are terrified of what the media and the Democrats are going to label them. And so, I heard someone here in Oregon say the Democrats' first line of defense when they want to fight a bill or fight something is establishment Republicans. And that's true. There are a lot of great Republicans here, though, Steve, in leadership in Salem. A lot of great Republicans in the party and the counties. I love the ORP, the Oregon GOP. I mean, they're just amazing people. And, so I'm not speaking for, I'm trying to fight for them. I'm trying to fight the political elite in Salem who throw people in races to split votes like they just did this week. They announced a candidate this week. They're going to hope to split my vote and hope to take me out and drown me out. It's not going to happen. We have the people, and our work in Oregon speaks for itself. And I have the utmost respect for all candidates. But at the end of the day, this is politics and this is a political race. And I'm not going to play politics. If I was playing politics, I wouldn't be saying all this stuff. Right. But the people deserve to know the truth on what is happening. And I just think the Republican Party has been under hostage for so long. I was hearing rumors that one of the Republican leaders in the caucuses, it referred that he was embarrassed of the Oregon GOP. He was embarrassed of the counties. He was embarrassed of, they embarrassed them. I mean, there's this elitist attitude that is the reason why we lose. And it's the reason why we lost in 2022, because those same counties that a lot of them didn't rally behind the 2022 candidate, Republican candidate for governor. We lost the race by 67,000 votes. 120,000 Republicans sat out. In fact, there was a Republicans for Betsy, which was the independent candidate. Republicans for Betsy faction that came together of former Republican legislators and speakers of the House that came together to support the independent, which was a Democrat, over our Republican nominee. Folks, how much longer are we going to allow that to happen in Oregon? We have to put a stop to it. So that's what it's about here, Steve. You have any other questions or thoughts?
The good thing is there are some Republicans out there that still believe that Oregon's not lost.
100%.
So it's good. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Good to have you as a friend. I'm not anybody that endorses anybody per se, but go get them.
We will, man. We will. And I'll just tell people the smears are not going to stop. They're going to keep using if they can't find something, they'll make something up. The smears are not going to stop on me. And just let you know, God is my defender and I'm ready for it. And I'm not going to get tired. I'm not going to get worn out. We're going to fight this thing all the way to May 19th, just like President Trump fought for us through the primaries and what they did to him and the things they were accusing him of. We're going to do the same thing all the way to May 19th because the Oregon people deserve it. You guys deserve it, man. You guys found a fighter to actually fight for you and put you guys first over himself. Me running in the race. That's why some people are like, he's running because for selfish reasons, because he wants to be more popular. I don't need to be more popular. I'm perfectly content where I'm at. And I'm perfectly content with where God has me. That's not what it's about. It's about, and this was the Lord that called me to do this. And I truly believe that he called me to do this to finally not only show his glory through Oregon, show his glory through the party, but finally break this oppression that we've been under, this political elite, this Republican and Democrat political elite that do not care about the will of the people. They care more about their power and their politics. And it really saddens me to say that because it shouldn't be this way. It really shouldn't be this way. And I love my opponents and I wish them the best. And I honestly, I'll support. I will again, because the people are more important. I think any of them would be a better governor than Tina Kotek. So if I don't win this primary, Steve, I will be 100% behind whoever wins it. No matter what they're doing to me right now, no matter how they're trying to take me out, keep me out of events, refuse to debate with me, and tell the media to smear me right out of the gate. No matter what they do to me, I'm still going to support them because that's what the right thing to do is for the people. I will not support or drop out or disappear. I will fully support the Republican nominee because the people deserve it. So that being said, I think I'm going to be that Republican nominee. So
good deal. Let's blow up that chat for David. Get some American flags or something going in that chat. Blow it up for David, and wishing him the best of luck going up against all of that BS.
And I'll just tell you too, the other thing they're trying to do, they're trying to chalk me up to an Instagram influencer. Listen, my work in Oregon and online, I've been bringing Oregonians together for years. Our work has generated over 1 billion views across all social media platforms. We have inspired new Oregonians to find a new hope in our state. That was what my work has been about. My work has never been about me and my personal life, which is actually, I'm really excited to tell people about me in the upcoming months because people have chalked me up to, some guy said, you're in your mom's basement just running for governor. Listen, man, I own a home and I have a business that I built from the ground up. I employ 3 to 5 employees. Okay, I built my business from the ground up. I'm a small business owner, entrepreneur. I've built other businesses in the past. I have a track record of 15 plus years of managerial experience building teams across the Northwest. I was in charge of 20 plus employees from here to Seattle at one time. A bachelor's degree from George Fox University, private Christian college. 5 years of higher education. Where's your qualifications? If political experience is qualifications, then how's that going for Oregon right now with Tina Kotek, who's a career politician, destroying our state? How's that going for her? How's that going for our people? How's that going for Portland with these career politicians? So no, I don't need political experience. And if you want political experience, I've worked on campaigns, state house races, Senate races, congressional races. I've worked in politics. I've been on that side. I've had my opponents on my show. I've had Christine Drazen on my show. Chris Dudley, who's about to jump in. I mean, me and him, we've talked. I was one of the ones that kind of pushed him to run back in the day, back a few months ago before I threw my hat in. I've been involved with this thing, guys. You just don't know because I haven't made it about me on my platform. So, Steve, did you see what that they arrested that lady? If you guys want to see this top stories today, they arrested a school board member in. I just want to hit some top stories real quick because this was breaking news. This is kind of crazy because I want to relate it to what is going on in America and who America's Goliath is. And you saw Trump at the World Economic Forum yesterday, and just a lot of stuff happening. I want to make sure we know who our Goliath is. Like, what is your mountain that you have to climb over? What is your Goliath? America faces her own Goliath, and one of them is the corruption that is happening, the waste, fraud, and abuse that is happening in our country, and the people that are still yet to be held accountable for the things that the treason, I believe, that they have committed in our country. I mean, they were arresting people for ignoring a subpoena the last 4 years, and Bill and Hillary Clinton ignored a subpoena, and we haven't seen anything. But this is a start because these people, remember the people that rushed through the church the other day in Minneapolis? They pushed through the church. They interrupted the church service, yelling and screaming. Don Lemon was part of that. Well, they arrested a Black Lives Matter anti-Christian Minnesota church raider, Nikema Levy Armstrong, arrested by Donald Trump's DOJ, and here she is right here. And Steve, what do you think the first narrative is going to be from the media, the left-leaning media and the Democrats?
Racist. That's the first thing. That's the first thing always is, racist. They're going after her because she's black.
And you know what's sad is that a lot of Republicans in America and here in Oregon, they allow the Democrats to run with that nonsense. They're afraid to fight those tough fights and call out. And it's so crazy. I have black conservatives that support me. I have all kinds of. It's not a white versus black. It's not a racism. It's not a racism thing. It's literally good versus evil, man. And it's literally the corrupt system versus the people. That's what it is.
You can't let the name calling get to you because they can't even define what a man and a woman is. And so they want to label you.
Absolutely. It's so funny.
Hard to label a man and a woman and then start labeling people.
So Pam Bondi said on the arrest, so far we have arrested Nikema Levy Armstrong, who allegedly played a key role in organizing the coordinated attack on City's Church in St. Paul, Minnesota. Now, the same left that called me attacking the Capitol for walking into it and just waving a flag. I didn't hurt anybody. I was nonviolent. They're going to call, oh, come on, you're saying they attacked it when they were peacefully protesting. You already heard Don Lemon blame it on racism. He already blamed it on white supremacy. And so he says, she said, we will share more updates as they become available. Listen loud and clear. We do not tolerate attacks on places of worship. You guys remember when the Biden administration was throwing Christian protesters in prison. Bevelyn Beatty was thrown in prison for protesting in front of an abortion clinic. And so, man, this is just, so here's the video of we all knew this was coming. We all knew this was coming, that they were going to start storming churches. And guys, this is why I wanted to explain to you just really, and I'm not talking about just Oregon, I'm talking about in America. The energy and the tenacity coming out of the left, they are playing for keeps. They are coming after our places of worship. They are coming after our children. My goodness, they are trying to allow child sex changes and pushing this evil demonic agenda on our kids and our schools. They're loosening the grip of law, or they're attacking law enforcement, and they're putting our public safety in jeopardy. I mean, they are coming after everything that has made this land successful and great. Is America perfect? Is Oregon perfect? Is the system perfect? Absolutely not. But I think it's the best system that the world has to offer. And meanwhile, you have leftists out there that are saying it's not, and they're trying to turn it into, it's so crazy. They're trying to turn it into communist countries. They're trying to turn it into third world countries. It's really sad what's happening, Steve. I mean, do you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. Man, our churches are off limits. Our homes are off limits. Don't bring your protest in my home. Don't bring it in my church. It's, I have to bite my tongue here. You're running for governor.
Here's the thing, man. You're fine, man. But I'll just say this: the left is playing for keeps, and we have.
They've been fighting harder right off the bat for so long, and the Republicans just kind of took, prior to Donald Trump, the Republicans just kind of took it and tried to be the gentlemanly, and just take it and take it and take it. There's only so much that we can take, and then we're going to fight back.
Well, here's the thing, man, is the Republican establishment, we're talking about the moderate Republicans, the ones that don't really stand firm for our values. They use the same language as the left, and they're terrified of what the media and the left will write about them. And it keeps them in their small power, like here in Oregon. They will not fight the tough battles. They will not play for keeps. They will not hold people accountable that are actually breaking the law. They will not even speak out about it. And again, that's what my campaign's about, Steve, is the people are tired of this. I've had Democrats coming up to me, Democrats in Portland, who come up to me on the streets when I'm reporting and say, hey, I love your work. I support you. I'm tired of my party. They've gone way too far radical. And I'm telling you, it's not going to take a Republican moderate, I guess you can call it, a spineless Republican moderate. And it's not going to take a radical left Democrat to save Oregon, to bring people together. You guys have seen my work online of me bringing people together, bringing people that hate Trump, bringing people that think the opposite of me. I'm able to have good conversations with these people. That is what the Oregon spirit is about. That's what the American spirit is about, is we need to be able to come together and agree to disagree and stop this like polarization where we're just like, so my fight is not with the people, Steve. It's with the establishment. It's with the political establishment. And if the moderate would win, if the moderate was going to win, Steve, we would have won in 2022 here in Oregon, but the moderate in Oregon didn't win. Nobody supported her because we didn't feel like she stood firm on her beliefs. We didn't feel like she was strong enough. She had a strong enough message. I think she would agree with you. She didn't have a strong enough message, and people didn't know really what she stood for. People are looking for strong leaders, bold leaders to stand up. And that is what this campaign is about, standing up for the people in a bold way without apologizing. Our ideas are better. Our conservative ideas are better, Steve. Our ideas are better for society. It's better for every single aspect in life: education, economy, our ideas are better.
You said education, and that kind of made me automatically think that's kind of where it starts.
Yeah.
We have to make sure that our school board is doing the right thing. That kind of starts at the local politics at the lowest level, and then go from there.
Yeah.
Uh, and man, it's just yeah, start at the lower level. You got to get the right people. Sitting out of a vote is not an option. Go
Yeah.
vote.
Yeah, so I didn't agree with that. I mean, I threw my weight behind because here's at the end of the day, it's like, what are we doing? I mean, back in 2022, trust me, I was not excited about Christine Drazan, but I was like, hey, look, I'm gonna do my part because I think she'd be a better governor than Tina Kotek. I'm gonna do my part because I mean she would be better than what we're getting here from the radical left here in Oregon. So I threw my weight behind her, and there were a lot of people who sat out because they didn't like her. There was a lot of people, which is going to happen again. And there's a lot of people that they created a Republicans for Betsy, which was Betsy Johnson. She was the independent vote splitter, Democrat. And there was Republicans for Betsy. There was former Speaker of the House in Oregon, the Republican that endorsed Betsy. There was a lot of different Republican legislators, former legislators that it was such a divisive campaign for Republicans because they split the vote in 22. They're trying to split the vote again in 2026 here. They're trying to split my vote and to prop her up again. And, I didn't want to support her, but I didn't agree with all those people that sat out. Guys, we have to put the people in our land, no matter who the primary winner is. We have to support them because it's either the radical left coming after our children, or it's maybe a little bit someone just a little bit more towards sanity and common sense. And so I think any of us would be better governors than Tina Kotek and better for Oregon. But again, I just think that if we get a moderate in there, I don't think a moderate's going to get elected. I don't think a moderate can get elected here in Oregon. It's such a lie that they try to pitch you, that people like me can't get elected. I've been around politics for a long time. I know how this thing works, and I hear from the people every single day. People don't care about my January 6th peaceful protesting. They care about someone strong standing up that has good ideas and good values, and someone that has a track record of bringing people together like I do. Go look at my work. Go look on any of my social media platforms on the work that I have done bringing Oregonians together. You guys saw that one clip where I brought the guy that said F Trump on his shirt, and I went and talked to him. We had an amazing conversation. I don't care if you don't like Trump. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I care if you are tired of the political establishment and you're tired of the political elite in this country. I care if you want to stand with me and take our government back and take our land back and actually heal Oregon. So, anyways, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to show you one post that they're doing on me. And I want to show you the ratio. I mean, it's just incredible. It's inspiring. I mean, I don't put my hope in what people say about me, good or bad. Don't believe your press clipping someone said, whether they're good or bad. Just put your hope and trust in the Lord. Stay even keel. So here we go. So I just want to show you guys what's going on here in Oregon. So man charged as January 6th rioter running for Oregon governor. And so, by the way, this is free press. This is free earned media. And so you see the not a lot of traction, but a lot of comments, right? I said predictable, but the good news is Oregonians see through it. You guys had me on there. You're absolute trash, Fox 12. Propaganda rag, justice. So President Trump was impeached. No one cares. Now he's the most powerful man in the world. We sued through the political fake news narrative. We're going to go ahead and like that one. Nary a word about not a word about dismantling of Oregon being committed by the current vote by mail, the so-called governor. David Medina for governor. Let's go. He should be the very popular with Democrats. Rioters are their favorite people. That's really good. Someone who loves his country and has integrity. Good. I mean, they are getting tore up, ladies and gentlemen. You are seeing this live right now, that the people of Oregon, I'm telling you, God is doing something through this campaign. And I'm telling you, he is calling his people. It started with Charlie Kirk when they took out Charlie Kirk. I'm telling you right now, you saw how many people opened their Bibles for the first time, how many people went to church for the first time. It's the same movement here. God is calling his people. And it's freaking exciting, man. If you're not excited, man, I don't know what else is going to get you excited. This is exciting. This is exciting, Steve. Oregon needs some patriotism. David Medina for Oregon. I knew they would try to pull this. Make sure you thank them for the free press. Which side is he on? I told him we're running as a Republican. I'm a proud Republican too.
Yeah.
Makes me like him even more. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, we haven't got to one negative comment yet. David Medina, a patriot, is running for Oregon governor. Fix the title for you. Me and our family will be honored to vote for David. He's a class act. Do you guys see why I'm running for governor? I love all of you, by the way. Thank you so much. But you guys see why, Steve, do you see why I'm running for governor now? The people see through this. Get out of the little political media and the political establishment bubble, and you'll see the people of Oregon support this campaign, and we're going to win.
And I always thought, Fox was supposed to be, like on your side or on the sides of Republican. They're not. All the local Fox News that's out across the country, I continually see just hit pieces against Republicans, and they get ratioed on their own post.
Absolutely. And so guys, I know we're talking about, because I want to relate everything that they're doing here in Oregon to me. And when I say they, I mean the small sphere. Listen, if the Republican establishment had any influence in Oregon, we'd be going more red. We'd be winning elections. We're not. We're just not. We went more blue in 2024. We lost in 2022 right after the riots, right after COVID, the COVID tyranny, right after all of that, we lost. We literally lost the governor race. We should not, even the Democrat legislators that I was talking to, some of them being friends of mine, they literally said everybody thought Christine Drazan was going to win. Like we were preparing for it. Like people thought she was going to win, and she didn't. Like that race in 2022 and the fact that Oregon went more blue in 2024, guys, when are we going to hold our own leaders accountable? That they continue to fail us and they continue to posture themselves as moderates and spineless. Meanwhile, the left is playing for keeps. Join me. We're going to get this back because Democrats want it too. Everybody wants it. The people of Oregon want it. They want it, and they've seen how I've brought people together on all sides over the past few years, and they see the power in that. They see the potential in that, and that's what this is about, man. So, Steve, you have any thoughts before I read the Psalm of the day? Because this is so crazy. Psalm 22, it's January 22nd.
Get on it.
Psalm 22. It says, why David was pleading out to God, why have you forsaken me? And then he finished with worship. This was a Psalm of David. My God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me from the words of my groaning? Oh my God, I cry by day, but you do not answer. And by night I find no rest. Yet you are holy, enthroned on the praises of Israel. In you our fathers trusted. They trusted and you delivered them. To you they cried and were rescued. In you they trusted and were not put to shame. But I am a worm and not a man, scorned by mankind and despised by the people. Right? All who seek me mock me. They make mouths at me. They wag their heads. But he who trusts in the Lord, let him deliver him. Let him rescue him, for he delights in him. Yet you are he who took me from the womb. You made me trust you at my mother's breasts. On you I was cast from my birth, and from my mother's womb you have been my God. Be not far from me, for trouble is near, and there is none to help. Many bulls encompass me, strong bulls of Bashan surround me. They open their mouths wide at me, like a ravening and roaring lion. I am poured out like water, and all my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax. It is melted within my breasts. My strength is dried up like a potsherd. And my tongue sticks to my jaws. You lay me in the dust of death, for dogs encompass me. A company of evildoers encircle me. You can see he's just like, man, the world's caving in on me right now. And he still cries out to the Lord for help. And you saw what the Lord did with David. They have pierced my hands and feet. I count all my bones. They stare and gloat over me. They divide my garments among them. And for my clothing, they cast lots. But you, O Lord, do not be far off. O you, my help, come quickly to my aid. Deliver my soul from the sword, my precious life from the power of the dog. Save me from the mouth of the lion. You have rescued me from the horns of the wild oxen. I will tell of your name to my brothers in the midst of the congregation. I will praise you. You who fear the Lord, praise him. All you offspring of Jacob, glorify him and stand in awe of him, all you offspring of Israel, for he has not despised and abhorred the affliction of the afflicted, and he has not hidden his face from him, but has heard when he cried to him. From you who comes to my praise in the great congregation, my vows I will perform before those who fear him. The afflicted shall eat and be satisfied. Those who seek him shall praise the Lord. May your hearts live forever. All the ends of the earth shall remember and turn to the Lord, and all of the families of the nations shall worship before you. For kingship belongs to the Lord, and he rules over the nations. All the prosperous of the earth eat and worship before him shall bow. All who go down to the dust, even the one who could not keep himself alive. Posterity shall serve him. It shall be told of the Lord of coming generation. They shall come and proclaim his name, righteousness to a people yet unborn, that he has done it. Boom.
Yeah, you might need to read that daily throughout this governor race.
100%, man. 100%. You guys saw how David was, the walls were closing in on him. And I mean, what we know about King David, and we know about his sins, we know about, how he committed adultery and how he was a murderer and how he had all of these issues, right? And the Lord was still able to use him. The Lord was still able. David was a man after God's heart. And you're seeing it right there. He's like, the walls are closing in on me, but I'm stepping back and falling back on you, Lord. And that's how we need to be in our lives. That's how America needs to be, man. The walls seem like they're closing in right now. The left is playing for keeps. And meanwhile, we have Republicans and not holding and conservatives and Republican leaders not holding the left accountable. We have just, it seems like evil is just having its way and we're just doing these little things to fight it. Man, that's where we just fall back on the Lord, man. Just fall back on God and what he's trying to do in this country. That's where I'm at, man. I'm like, man, there's like, the system is coming after me right now. The left and the right, they're shutting me out of events. They're doing all these things. And it's just like, when I fall back on God, there's just a complete release of peace. The same peace I felt a year and a half ago when they arrested me. I lost my job with the state of Oregon. I was working at a youth correctional facility as a correctional officer, and I got fired. They arrested me. The FBI arrested me for January 6th, 3 years later in 2024. And then my mom died literally the next week. I mean, all of that heaviness, the walls were closing in on me like they were closing in on David. And I cried out to the Lord, fell back on him. And he gave me this insane peace. Because the Lord has us, guys. He's got your back. He's got my back, Steve. He's got your back. You watching, he's got your back. All you need to do is call out to him and fall back on him and release whatever you're going through. Release it to him. You have to release it. You cannot be double-minded. The Bible warns about being double-minded and what that means. You're unstable in all your ways. If you're double-minded, relying on yourself and your abilities and then relying on God at the same time, that is a double-minded man. The Bible says, do not be like that. You're going to be unstable in all of your ways. And so you have to release everything to the Lord. And that is the key. And how do you do that? That comes through prayer. That comes through fasting. That comes through staying in church, keeping your soul watered. I mean, there's just so many things, you guys. And that's what I think, Steve, how do you think that looks for America? How does America kind of fall back? Our leaders, how does President Trump fall back on God? Kind of like how we are, how God calls us to.
Trump's got to get, I know he has spiritual counselors around him. He needs to be talking to them a lot more often, and maybe get some better ones.
Yeah.
At time, I feel it's.
Yeah. Well, I love President Trump, and I voted for him 3 times proudly. I think he was the best choice every single election versus what we were dealing with: Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton. I mean, come on. I mean, they are the reason if the left wants to be, if you guys want to be mad about Trump being in office, you'd be mad at the Democrats. They're the ones that gave us President Trump and spineless Republicans. That's why they attacked him. That's why they impeached him. It's why they tried to throw him in prison. It's why they tried to shoot him. I mean, he really is a threat to their power. And that's what we're doing here in Oregon. I'm a threat to the establishment. I am a threat to their power. My fight's not with the people. My fight is for the people. My fight is against the establishment system. And, even through it all, God is still here for me. So if he can be here for me, a 36-year-old, he can be here for you and whatever you're going through. So, Steve?
Yeah, well, the left's going to continue to double down on the lunacy.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep common sense right down the middle and you'll be fine.
100%. I mean, I'm not worried, man. I mean, I'm actually having fun. And it's so funny because people that don't know me are reaching out and saying, man, I'm so sorry. I'm with you still. I'm voting for you, but man, just stay strong, man. It's all good. Guys, I'm good. I'm good. I was built for this. And like I said, they're going to try to come after me when this obviously backfired and didn't work. They're going to do what they did with Trump. They're going to try the next thing and the next thing. And people are like, they're going to come to your house. They're going to shoot you. They're going to do all, man, again, double-minded. You don't think I don't think of those things every time I step out of my house? I just don't let it control me. I don't let fear control me. I keep fear in the trunk of the car. I don't let it sit in the passenger seat or in the driver's seat. I let God sit in the passenger and driver's seat, and he gives me the peace to push through it. You guys suck. This guy says, is a true journalist, true American patriot. I'm just going through the comments on the fake news. Fox 12, are you aware the charges were dismissed? Blah, blah, blah. What's the link to donate to his campaign? By the way, if you want to go donate to my campaign, here is my website. And yes, I'm plugging all this in. If you have a problem with it, I mean, we're trying to save an evil land over here, a land that is controlled by evil. I am trying to save a blue state here that the devil thinks is his. And I'm saying, no, it's not. And it's no longer yours. I'm putting my life on the line. And I am stepping up. I am doing what Charlie Kirk told us to do, which is take up the torch and take the torch and continue fighting for freedom, for liberty, for America, for Oregon. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, check out the donate. Boom. If you guys want to donate, you guys can donate at medinafororegon.com. Chad said it was okay that I plugged this in, and so I don't want to do anything that's outside of that. But I mean, my goodness, you guys, look at this. Not one thing. January 6th was a Democrat setup once again. This guy says, uncover feds instigating the entering of the Capitol. The truth will eventually come out. It's already starting to come out, man. He has my vote. Great news. Go Medina. Show all the corruption in the state. Save Oregon. Boom. And Steve, they ran it's so funny. And I actually really like the guy that they ran against me. They had a guy enter the race to try to split my vote this week. The guy announced his name. The guy announced his name's Ed Deal. And he's been in my studio before. He's been at my house before. And that's one of the guys that I feel like has been kind of swallowed up by the establishment. This guy they're trying to prop him up to be this grassroots darling, when in reality, he got help from all of us getting our online views to help with his no tax thing. I have the utmost respect for Ed. I think, he's a Christian, but he absolutely is doing the establishment's bidding. He was not going to run for governor. He already said to everybody that he was not running for governor. As soon as I entered the race, Steve, he threw his hat in. Yeah. And so you can't, I know how this works. And you know what? This Republican establishment is going to chalk me up to be this like conspiracy theorist. They're going to chalk me up to be like this. Oh, you're just doing exactly what. Not going to work. I had a Republican, I won't say his name, but I had a Republican leader say that to me if you talk about this online, he's a Republican politician here in Oregon. And he said, he's part of the establishment, in my opinion. He said, if you talk about this online, if you say this publicly, you're just giving in to what the Democrats are calling you. I'm like, dude, your psychological warfare and your manipulation and gaslighting is not going to work on me, brother. It's not going to work on me because I know what you guys are doing. It's pretty obvious, and it's politics. Does it make them bad people? I think that all of my opponents are good. I think they're better than Tina Kotek. I don't think they're horrible, evil people, but they are career politicians. And his candidacy is all about splitting my vote and trying to drown me out with the grassroots. And I'm just telling you, the people are seeing through it. He'll have his he'll have his group of supporters who aren't aware of that. Hopefully they are now. But his candidacy is all about derailing mine. And to me, I feel honored that I'm just throwing my hat in to run for the people. And the fact that I'm this much of a threat to the establishment I'm kind of honored and humbled, to be honest. I really am. And it just shows you that the Lord called me into this for a reason.
I was going to say, if you weren't a threat, they wouldn't bother.
Exactly. So you guys we're okay, man. We're okay. I want to just I'm trying to find like a negative comment here, Steve. I used to love your morning show, but now you've gone too woke. And this is why nobody listens to the media in Portland anymore. The Bud Light of news broadcasting. Let's look at the track record of the mainstream media lying to the American public. Oregon should be so lucky to have a true patriot like him. Sweet. I'm really just trying to find one negative comment. I'd imagine the left will relate and vote for him too. MSM never gets the memo. Charged with trespassing. Fox 12, is this you? How to spot a communist in 1950. I'm 41 years old, and this will be the first time voting, hoping for a fair election. I don't know if that's possible in Oregon, but he's worth a shot. A lot of people saying it's their first time voting. That's a good thing. Oregon is a blanking mess because of Portland. Nice propaganda. God bless the J6ers. Didn't Dems? And I just want to put it clear. So what I went through on January 6th, Steve, I trespassed, I guess, unknowingly. The Capitol was open when I got there. I didn't see the initial violence that you see in all the videos. I came to the Capitol late, walked through an open Capitol door, and with a bunch of other people, and walked in. And to me, it's like, hold on, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh yeah. So to me, it was like leftist propaganda scumbags. Oregon needs to be liberated. What they did to me because of that, just walking into an open building, they came and raided my house in 2021. They came and raided my house with like 15 agents. My daughter at the time was 13. She was home alone. I was on a plane on the way home from, she was not home alone. She was home with my brother and he was asleep. She had to open the door to 15 agents with guns in her face. 13-year-old. They came to my house here in Oregon, right outside of Portland, raided my house because they didn't have, I was nonviolent. They didn't have any evidence that I was there to take over the Capitol, anything like that, because I wasn't there. They took text messages out of context between me and my cousin to try to make it look like I wanted a war and that we should storm the governor's mansion. I mean, those were out of context texts. This is how evil this is and deceptive this is. But they raided my house, turned my house upside down in 2021. And then 3 years later, finally arrested me because they saw that because someone got wind in Oregon that I was working for the state and they couldn't have that. And so they arrested me 3 years later. It took them 3 years to arrest me. So I was a big threat to raid my house 3 months after January 6th. But then they let me kind of chill. I even moved to California, worked with PragerU. They let me travel. They let me do all this stuff. And then 3 years later, they arrest me. It's just complete political persecution. It's exactly what they're doing to President Trump, what they've done to President Trump. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work because God has other plans. So I want people of Oregon to wake up, the Republicans to wake up, that of what the establishment is doing. They're trying to label me as the extreme one, and they're all the good people.
Well, the great thing is you lead with that. Hey, this is the circumstances of what happened to me. You put it out there. There's so many politicians that they spend so much time trying to hide their past or hide something that happened that when it comes out, it's like it is a bombshell. Well, don't give them a bombshell.
This girl said, good, we need a man with testosterone in office and to boot. He's a man of God. See, the people know who I am, Steve. They know my work. They know what I've done because I've been kind. I've been loving to people from all backgrounds, not just conservatives, not just Republicans. I have been out in the streets talking to Oregonians from all backgrounds. And if you guys remember, let's try to go to my profile real quick because I want to show you that powerful video. I want to show you that powerful video between me and a guy that hated Trump. Let's see if we can find it here. You have anything else to add to that, Steve?
Nope. I'm playing in the chat.
So let's see here. Let's try to find it because it's so powerful. It's so powerful. So I mean, you see right here, right after Charlie Kirk died, I said this will restore your faith in humanity.
More love in this world. You know, free, bro.
Finding common ground.
We need more love in this.
Finding common ground with Oregonians from all backgrounds. This guy right here. None of our Republican politicians would go on the Republican establishment politicians would go on the street and give this guy the time of day. And Democrats, they already are destroying this man with taxing him to death. And they pose like they're standing for people like this, but they're not. Watch this interaction.
Free, bro. That's what we need, bro. We need more love in this world. You know what I mean? We need more love in this world. Did you like Charlie Kirk?
Sorry?
Did you like
This was 2 days after Charlie Kirk was assassinated.
Charlie Kirk?
Downtown Portland.
Didn't know Charlie Kirk.
Did you know of him?
Knew of him.
Yeah. What do you think about his death?
Haven't really given it much thought. I think it's kind of ironic, personally.
Sad though, right?
Yeah.
Didn't deserve. I don't think anybody deserves to die because of their beliefs.
I think death is sad, period.
Biggest thing is that I wish we could just get back to loving each other.
Yeah.
Get back to actually loving, even if we have differences. You know, like Charlie Kirk, he didn't deserve to die just because he had different beliefs than everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like I would never wish death on anybody that doesn't agree with me. You know what I mean?
You know, a lot of my family voted for Trump, but that doesn't mean that I don't love them any less.
I mean that we need more of you, dude. We need more people that go, you know, I don't agree with my family, but I love them.
Yeah, do my best.
Why can't we get back to that?
I know. I mean, really, in my lifetime, I've learned that you can just be the example for others. It's like the most powerful medicine.
You are one of the good ones, my friend, and we probably don't agree on how we see the world. Like I voted for Trump 3 times, but you know what? I think we are in agreement that we shouldn't be killing each other.
You're a human. I'm a human.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I love it.
Appreciate it.
Take care of yourself. Be safe, okay?
You as well.
Love you, man.
There's your campaign, one of your campaign ads right there.
I mean,
video after video of you on the street, you have that same demeanor. You have that same respect for other people. So
I've been doing this for years, and this was 2 days after they took one of my heroes off the earth, and a lot of you looked at Charlie Kirk as a hero. They took this man from us, and I wasn't out there rioting. I wasn't out there trying to hurt people. I wasn't out there in the streets hurting my own community and driving businesses out like they were in downtown Portland, like they've been doing in downtown Portland. I wasn't rushing City Hall. I wasn't out calling for violence, calling for retaliation. I was out calling for unity. This has been what the Lord has been doing through my work over the past several years. This is what I've been doing. This is my work here. We can bring this to the Capitol. We can bring this to government, this unity. And it doesn't mean we compromise with truth. I will never compromise with men and women's sports. I will never compromise with pushing this far left radical communist socialist agenda, anti-American agenda on our children in education. I will not compromise with burdening Oregonians with more and more and more taxes. I will not compromise with evil. I just won't, Steve. And this is why, while the Republicans and Democrats play politics in the Capitol, I'm going to bring a fresh breath of air to that building, to government, to actually bring Oregonians together like you saw in that video.
Love it. Love it.
I mean, and this is what the Lord is doing. This is what I wanted my work to do. I mean, I've talked to all kinds of people. Look at this, Steve. I mean, I love this. This is what I like to do.
Our own community in Oregon is being flooded with drugs from the border and from Venezuela, and nobody wants to protest that, but we're going to protest Maduro, the problem being removed. I just don't. That's where I can't agree with you guys. I'll just tell you, a lot of drugs are coming from Venezuela. A lot of the drug problems and the.
This guy was a great guy. This guy's name is Lex. I want to try to find that. And then remember when the Daily Show, so this is when Trevor Noah's Daily Show, it's so funny because this is Jordan Kepler. This is when I confronted Jordan Kepler for trying to pick on an old MAGA man at CPAC back in 2020. Jordan Kepler, it's so funny because they put me and him on a sign. That's what you saw on the sign. Jordan Kepler and Dave Medina are whatever, or they're just trying to watch this and watch how I call out Jordan Kepler here in the Daily Show for trying to pick on an old MAGA man, expose them.
We got these idiots right here from the Daily Show. They come and prey on sweet old men like this because they're losers and they don't have anything else to do. These guys have their things flipped around so that they don't know they're from the Daily Show.
I don't think they're going to.
But they are from the Daily Show. They prey on guys like this, sir. Isn't there other things you guys could be doing
right now?
You're not talking to people. You're making fun of him. You're mocking him.
Right now, we have a good conversation.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah, just wait till you see the final product on their show. They're gonna make you look really bad. I promise you. They don't like Trump. They don't like you. They hate Trump. Let me just tell you something. They're part of the corporate media. They hate Trump. They hate you. They hate everybody that believes in it. They know it. That's why they're sitting here smiling, because they know they're being exposed right now because they're a bunch of idiots. I watched their show.
I've been fighting for the people since day one, Steve. I've been fighting for the ordinary people since day one. I'm not part of the political establishment. I never will be. I've been invited by the political establishment, and I've been friends with them because the Lord tells us to live peaceably with all men. But I am not running for them. I am running for the average, everyday Oregonian. I mean, where else are you seeing this kind of unity around the state or around America? Where else are you seeing the Lord work like this? I mean, you probably are. There probably are a lot of other people out there that are doing the same that the Lord is doing the work through. I mean, we're standing on truth, but we're showing love. Look at this. This is a far left anti-Trumper.
You said fentanyl? So, I support Donald Trump. Can we still be friends? I need more friends. Why? What if I'm a nice guy? What if I'm a nice?
So she said no because politics, right? We're so emotional about politics. And by the end of this, we were hugging, talking about our mom's passing. I mean, that is the power. That is the power this is what the establishment doesn't want you to see, guys. You know what division does? It gives them more power.
Yeah, they're not gonna focus on any commonalities that we have.
I mean,
on the differences that divides.
Exactly. Gosh, I really want to find that.
But all of your videos are like that. Every single one of you get just. I've been through a lot of them, and they always come to.
Here it is.
Oh yeah, that's a great one right there.
So here we go. We'll end the show with this one. This is the biggest example of what I'm trying to talk about, of how we can still come together and have conversations. We can still come together and kick out this political elite and take back our land. This guy, look at what he has on his truck. Trump rapes children. Okay. F Trump. Trump is see you next Tuesday. Do you think anybody in politics would approach this guy besides far left Democrats? Do you think anybody would give this guy a chance? You know who gives this guy a chance is Jesus. Because to me, even though this guy hates Trump, I mean, we are all sinners. The only difference is I have Jesus, and this guy, Spider Mike, they call him. He needs to come back to the Lord because he used to be a Christian growing up, and he left the church. He knows the truth. These people know the truth. You just need to shine the light. Watch. Why do you hate Trump so much?
I haven't liked him since 1986, and it's personal.
I know where your guys' agenda is, and you can just keep moving, okay? Because I've had these discussions with you guys before. You say you're independent journalist or whatever the fuck, and then you nitpick what I say. So please move on.
Have I not been fair to you? Okay.
No, you have.
We'll move on. I'll respect that.
No,
okay.
I'm just saying.
They're with me. They're with me.
It's okay.
They're just my camera guys. They're with me.
No,
it's just
fine.
me and
That's
you,
fine.
brother. It's just me and you. That's it.
But we're done.
Okay. All right, man. Hey, take care of yourself. Okay.
And I want to tell you one thing. Okay, Charlie Kirk, I didn't agree with that. Not all of the left, were willing to, are out there making fun of that horrible situation. I didn't like the guy. I didn't like what he, a lot of stuff that he stood for. But to take that kind of action and take him away from his wife and his kids, that's fucked up.
I know that you're an atheist, but I mean, I would love it if you came to church with me sometime. Just chill.
You know, I was raised a Christian.
Yeah.
My parents were Christian. My grandmother, who I was very close to, she came down with cancer. We moved her into my house, or into our house, and for 9 months during the age of, I was 15 at the time, my brother was 13, and we prayed, and we prayed, and we prayed. Please save our Nana. So we prayed and we prayed and we prayed, you know. Yeah. And she just got worse. And then it would be the nights where my parents were, you know, with her in the bathroom at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and she's throwing up because of the chemo. It broke me. It broke my brother.
I bet.
And then when I started questioning, you know, when I started questioning my prayers and I started questioning the church, I got shunned. Family pushed me away. Just because I was asking questions.
What's your name?
My name's Spider Mike.
Spider Mike.
Spider Mike.
Can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
You being shunned for asking those questions is not what Jesus would have done.
Oh, I know.
And I'm sorry that happened to you. That's nonsense. Honestly, if I were in your position, bro, I'd probably be an atheist too. To be honest, dude, I'm being honest.
It was tough being shunned by the church, which I was very close to. And still, I just wanted some answers.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I've had a lot of bad people, bad Christians ruin it for me too. There was a time I questioned my faith. Please don't let it be something that takes you away from actually at least believing in God, because it's between you and God. It's not between those people that ruined it for you, right? And so I really encourage you, man. I mean, you seem like a really good dude. It just sucks that bad Christians ruined it for you, because that's not how it's supposed to. That's not what Jesus would have done. Jesus would have been like, come here. He would have hugged you, and he would have comforted you, and he would have said, hey, these are the answers to your questions. They wouldn't have shunned you. He wouldn't have shunned you out of the church, man. So, anyways, get down my number. I want to talk without cameras.
I'm sorry. What was
David.
your name again? I'm sorry.
David.
Yeah. I got bad hearing.
Yeah. That's why I'm running. Right there, guys. There is power. Evil is loud. Even though evil sometimes is louder, the people, the radicals, the people doing the evil's bidding is louder. It doesn't mean they're more powerful. All you have to do is shine the light. That's all you have to do. Good is stronger than evil. The light is stronger than darkness. We just have to have courageous people finding their voice. And all of you that are behind me here in the state, we're going to win this primary. And I'm telling you right now, because we're going to win it because we're all finding our courage. We're cutting through the fake news media. We're cutting through the narratives. We're cutting through any other smears that they're going to have on me, Steve. And you're going to see Oregon come together like you just did in that video right there. You're going to see our land be actually healed. It's not going to take a politician to heal our land. It's going to take God. It's going to take a candidate that understands where healing comes from. And it's definitely not going to come from the radical left of what we have now. So, Steve, you have any final thoughts, my brother, before we jump out?
Final thoughts. I'm going to jump off here and got to get Chad's flying in. We have the Mighty Oaks Foundation tonight. He's speaking at that. And then tomorrow night is Lucy Blues in Conroe. Very intimate show. And then, of course, the show Saturday night in Kemah.
It's awesome, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you, Steve, and man, God bless you, brother. And it's always fun spending some time with you, and when I get to host this show. And so, yeah, man, we wish you the best. You have a good weekend.
You too.
All right, guys. There's Party Foul Steve. It has been an honor to be with you today, man. I hope this inspires you to stand up in America. I hope that my candidacy, if anything, inspires you to stand up in life for truth. with love. Don't forget about the love. You can't have truth without love, and you can't have love without truth. You have to be able to stand up with truth and love. That is what my candidacy is about. That's why the swamp is already attacking me, and they're coming after me. And I'm telling you, good things are coming and good things are going to happen. But that is why I'm running, folks. I'm running to bring Oregon back, not only bring us back economically, educationally, with, empower our police again, all our issues. I'm not just running for that, but I'm running to actually bring the people together again. You're always going to have those factions on the left and right who are always going to be fighting, but those are just little factions. Those are the little radical ends of the factions. We need to come together. Everybody else needs to come together. And let's get back. This is not sustainable if we keep heading in this direction. And you know what? You're not going to hear unity from our radical left governor, Tina Kotek. You're not going to hear unity from the Republican Democrat establishment. You're just going to hear more and more narratives and headlines that are just going to keep us divided. Let's come together. Let's find solutions. Let's listen to each other again. And that's what it's about. Hey, I'm honored to be with you today on behalf of Chad Prather. Chad is traveling today. He'll be back next week. He'll be back tomorrow with some videos. He's going to be doing some short form videos. So if you're on Rumble or YouTube, you guys make sure you look out for those videos. Make sure you like and subscribe to Chad's channels. Chad's a great man, and I would not be where I'm at today if it weren't for that guy. That guy has been such a spiritual rock for me. His Before the Noise, if you guys haven't been tuning into that every morning, Before the Noise at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. Pacific. His Before the Noise series has just been a hit. He got a Rumble deal with it. It's been such a blessing to so many people. And guys, keep fighting for your communities. No land is lost. When you give up on your land, you're giving up on what the Lord created. Just understand that. Oregon does not belong to politicians. It doesn't belong to radical ideologies. It belongs to God and then the people. California, Washington, wherever you're from, Texas, this land does not belong to people. It belongs to God. And so why would we desert it? Why would we give up on it? We got to fight for it. Got to fight for it, man. Whatever it takes. I'm all in. Be all in with me. You can go to David Medina or MedinaForOregon.com if you guys want to support my campaign. MedinaForOregon.com. I won't spoil this video for you. Go watch that video. I think it will really inspire you. You guys can donate. We need money, man. I hate asking for money, but it's, you know what? Political campaigns are ran on money. They have to have money. We've had just an incredible amount of volunteers sign up. We've had almost 200 volunteers sign up. We've had almost 100 individual donors just in 2 days. Individual donors that have jumped on this thing. You guys, the energy is here. The energy is here. We are going to take our state back. I am so excited that the Lord is using my work and myself as a vessel to shine his glory on our beautiful land again. I love all of you. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow Chad at Watch Chad across all social media platforms. It's been a pleasure being with you today. I love you. Let's go get him, Oregon. Stand strong, you guys. Stay in there. Whatever you're going through, nothing is too big for God. You guys have a good one.